All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powder Toast Man, Log TV and Choo Choo, and let's get started with today's video. So you have tuned into the first ever Arcform knife review on the KnivesFAST channel, guys. This is the Arcform. I like their boxes. This is the Arcform Sabre in Ultem and Black. Very, very, very cool. Now, this is the KnivesFAST channel, as I was just saying, so make sure you're subscribed and that you're following me over on Instagram and hit that notification bell as well. So, the Sabre, guys, very cool knife right off the bat. It has great contoured scales. It has great ergonomics. It is a good size for me. Nice blade shape. Very nice. There's your review. We're done. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was not the whole review. So, very cool right off the bat. So, you do have contoured scales. Now, these are Ultem, and you do have some kind of micro milling. You can see their diagonal lines, very micro. Now, this is like super micro. Now, a lot of people were asking me, because I guess in my previous video, they couldn't really tell. So let's just do this. We're going to set our light here and show you that you can definitely see through the holes there. Now the clip does get in the way. Let's go this side. You can see, you know, same thing, but it is transparent is what I'm trying to say. You can definitely see through this knife. And this is Ultem. If I didn't say that, Ultem is a material that's been around for a while, but it has just started being used on knives. And let's just talk about the elephant in the room. The color is hideous. That's my opinion. Some of you like it, and I get it. I don't care for yellow, and this is like, yeah, kind of an orangey, muddy yellow. Now, this is the best I've seen of it. You have black liners, black steel liners, behind it that are milled, and so the black kind of makes this look way better to me than some with silver liners. I don't care for that as much. And some of the, now by the way, for those of you that have been living in a hole, Ultem has been very popular, and suddenly everyone is doing Ultem on their upcoming knives. Kubi has some coming up. Civivi has some coming up. Who else did I see? Kaiser. Maybe it wasn't Kaiser. But I've seen a bunch of companies, and then other people are putting scales out for their existing knives with Ultem. I just don't completely get it. Now, I have seen a couple of knives now in Ultem. The first one was the American Blade Works Model 1 Wharncliffe, and in that case, it had some really nice milling on it, and it was pretty grippy. Now, this is not bad. It does have, you can hear, some grip to it, but also what I will tell you is when you're going to open the knife, you know, and you're trying to grip it, it feels a little slick in your grip, but when you're holding it, it's not bad. I mean, it definitely has some good grip to it, and it does look, I mean, again, it looks good. It's just the color that bothers me. I like the black clip. I like the black hardware. I like the black coated blade here. And by the way, you have very minimal billboarding. You just have Arcform and you have CPM 20 CV, and that's all you get. Now, you do have good access to your lock bar with a nice chamfer here. That's just on the lock bar side, so you can get in there. You get in there real easily, and you can see action-wise, this thing is crazy good. Look at that drop. Nice detent. The detent is absolutely dialed for either thumb or middle. I mean, just great. This is fantastic, and I love the contouring. I like that if you're gonna go, you might as well go. The Ultem is also the back spacer, which is, you know, is pretty cool. It is not a reversible clip, and there is no lanyard hole for you lanyard fans. Your clip is deep carry and comes to there. You got a little tiny bit sticking out of the pocket. Let me adjust this light. There we go. A little tiny bit. Now, this clip is good retention wise. It is milled down into the scale, and the screws are flat, so it's good in and out of the pocket. There is one issue we will talk about in a minute, but it is not reversible, again, as I was saying. Now, guys, cutting-wise, this guy is, I mean, it's a good knife. It is fantastic. So you can see we pierce incredibly easy. This guy just goes right through the material, even sideways, and then we are cutting like nobody's business. This guy, well, got down in my hole I made there, but you can see it is definitely a good cutter. And this has been around to several channels, 4 or 5 channels in the pass around group. By the way, this comes through the Lefty pass around group. So Arcform sent this to Kevin, and Kevin is sharing this with the rest of us. Nice stock here. The tip does narrow quite a bit. You've got a swedge here, and you can see your tip is very thin down there, and that's why you get that good piercing. I was showing you it is. I will confirm on the specs, but I think it's flat grind. You do have a very minimal sharpening choil, but it looks like we're free of the plunge, just free of the plunge there. Could be a little bit deeper. You know, not bad though. It does cut very, very nicely. Now, it is off to the show side just a little bit. Not bad. Probably a little tweak would fix that. It is like 50% locked up, and no lock rock. Okay, hold on. No blade play, I should say. A tiny bit of lock rock. There is a little bit now. Can we work that free? No way. Not at 50% locked up. It's not going anywhere at all. So I'm not worried about that at all. There is no jimping. Jimping fans, I am very sorry. But for me, I am locked into this knife. Now, the reason for that is you got a 4-finger grip, choked back, and you are locked into that choil right there. And it's not going anywhere, and therefore, you know, your thumb is going to rest there just fine. Doesn't need jimping. You heard me. That is correct. Now, you can kind of choke up here, just stay back from the corner of that blade, and now you've got even a little bit more. And you know what? That might be a slightly better grip. I mean, as far as just comfort. This feels good, but this feels a little bit better. Now, this will lock you in a little bit more for sure. You know, but very nice. It feels good in the hand. The issue, the elephant in the room is this guy. That is sticking up too much on the tip of that clip, and it does ride into your hand quite a bit. It's not terrible, but you definitely feel it. You can see that red spot right there, and it is also hitting me right here on the back of the clip. So, you know, if I choke up, I have now minimized both of those. It is still hitting me right here, as you can see, but not as bad. And that is now in the center of my palm. So it's not, you can see there, see where it's landing now? And it's not as bad. So choked up, that kind of minimizes that issue. All right, let's do that. We're going long again, Casey. Wrap it up. Oh, we're out of focus like crazy. What just happened? Okay. I am not sure if I somehow got into a macro mode. All right, guys, I'm turning off for a second. I'll be right back. All right, that was incredibly weird. Must have hit a button while I was doing something. All I had to do was turn it off and back on, and we're good. You can see it's smaller than the Rat 1 and roughly the size of the Rat 2. So really cool knife. I am so glad I got to check this out. Arcform is obviously doing some cool stuff. This is a very cool knife. I like it. Again, Ultem wouldn't be my first choice, but for those of you that are like me, that is okay, because there is also a green micarta version with a satin blade, and there is a black micarta version with a black blade. Now, the micarta versions are both 160. The Ultem version is 185. And then as far as it is 7.25 inches overall, 3.25 inch blade length, 3.25 inch cutting edge. The blade thickness is 0.125, so nice and thin, and again gets really thin towards that tip. 4-inch handle. 0.53 on the handle thickness, so a little thicker, but again, it doesn't feel that way because of the contouring. The contouring is what makes that grip on that knife, and it is only 3 ounces on the Ultem. Now, I am curious if I go over here and hit a micarta version, if it's any heavier. Let's see. No, they list it as the same. It would be interesting to know for sure if the micarta was a little heavier, because Ultem is pretty thin and pretty light. But anyway, there you go. That is the Arcform Sabre. And again, we are going to wrap this up now. And I thank each and every one of you guys for watching today. Please make sure you are subscribed, you have hit that notification bell, and you've liked and commented. And thank you so much, again, Arcform, for sending this along, and Lefty for bringing us all into your world, man. And thanks for watching the Knives Fast channel.